The following is a pre-recorded show. Welcome to Winning in Retirement with your host, Brian Akers, certified financial planner professional and founder of Akers Financial Group. Now, helping you win in your retirement, here's Brian Akers.
Welcome to Winning in Retirement. I'm Brian Akers from Akers Financial Group. Here with me today is Alex Monk. We are both certified financial planner practitioners from Akers Financial Group, and we put on our show, Winning in Retirement. Good morning, Alex Monk. How are you doing today?
Brian Akers, my man. How are you?
I'm doing well. I enjoy doing the radio show with you. It's going to be a lot of fun today, but we're talking serious. We built a show today that's going to be about a winning financial mindset. And the main comment that I have to say is that, have you ever thought about, what if I don't? What if I don't? I just don't do it. I just don't do things that I need to do. I just don't do it. And the financial planner's response to what if I just don't. That's what our show is going to be about.
So you're talking about the under the rug move.
Under the rug.
Just sweep it under the rug and forget about it?
Or I'm not going to do that.
Put it in another room?
I didn't sign up for benefits. I didn't log on to my 401k. I didn't finish college. I didn't want to do the trade school to move up at my job. I didn't want to buy that house. I didn't want to take... I got my business so focused, but I haven't balanced my checkbook.
Can you see me squirming right now with all these things you're saying?
Because this applies to every one of us.
Absolutely.
And the problem is the priority is to have a winning financial mindset where when it comes to your top of mind, we then need to understand, does it matter and can we get it done?
Right. And then knowing like, hey, all these 100 things I have to do. I just started this job. Which are the 5 that I absolutely must do?
Can you imagine this? You have a financial coach, a financial advisor, you've got a new job, and then they say, hey, do these things. And then you come to their office, you go online together, and they click the buttons for you, and you lean back in your chair, and you're like, oh, it's taken care of. That's a simple thing.
Well, and for me, that's what I prefer. Like, yeah. I want to know that you did it, and you did it right, and that your beneficiaries are correct, because it may not worry you, but it worries me.
Yeah, we want it all right, no matter where you are in your life. We've seen this with our largest clients, honestly, all the time on larger clients. Now, the word larger, I would say relative terms, depends on your relatives.
Well, let me
Sorry. I know today's going to be a lot of bad jokes. We don't really mean it. It's just going to come naturally.
What would be a lot of money that you would want to give to the wrong person? So for me, I'd say
anything, right?
Anything, right? No.
Yeah, but if it's $2 million, $5 million, $10, $15 million, and things aren't set up because I'm too busy, I'm too successful doing what I'm doing, I haven't had time to make it all right. That's exactly why we want to have a talk show, a podcast, a combination winning in retirement, a winning financial mindset where you take the concept, what if I don't? And you think about, what if I don't do it? Where is that going to take me in my life? Is it going to lead me to being fully successful? And what do I need to do right now to make it better, to make sure I can relax and do my other things?
And like so much of what I do, and I know you do the same thing, but it's explain to people how to invest in themselves. Like I'm here to help you. That's
our very first big asset, is to have the invest in yourself. That investing in yourself will trigger income and drive. It'll give you the things that you would enjoy in life.
Purpose.
Well, it's like a concept of, well, I got a job that pays. Like in my case, just a simple thing. As a teenager, I had a job that paid, let's call it $6 an hour.
Could we just say 10 so that we don't date? 6 is fine.
Date me, it's fine. No, don't date me in time. $6 an hour, and then I quit that job to start a $3.15 an hour job.
Yeah. And
I moved from construction during teenage to financial planning as a 19-year-old at the lowest rung to learn. I had to cut it in half.
That sounds like how I got here. It was. You were the lowest offer I had at the time, and you said, I'm going to teach you this business.
And I invest in you.
And you're going to invest in me. And I was like, well, that sounds kind of cool.
But I had to spend all that money, and that's why I couldn't pay you all that you're worth. And then you've earned it over time.
So, I mean,
good 14 years.
It was like, it's a scary thing to go backwards, but sometimes you have to go do those things in order to get where you want, and it takes time.
Well, let's just talk about normal 20s. People in their 20s, they have discretionary income. That discretionary income is like a hole in your pocket. It burns, it goes, it's gone.
It's a 2-seater car.
It's two-seater car. It's fuel every day in the large pickup truck. It's it's money that just goes out. It's the boat on the weekend that's $1,200. It's just money that's gone. And then you're sitting at 30 and you're like, I don't have any money. I didn't have any money. And then we say, hey, you need to change jobs inside your career because that career right now might be replaced by AI. You might lose your job like a lot of IT people are doing at the moment. And what are you going to do next? Well, are you prepared for all that? Do you have emergency fund? Do you have your reasonable budget? Can you save within your means? Do you have money set aside so you can maybe switch jobs with a little lower pay to invest in yourself to get where you really want to go, which is a job you love, pays you what you should get paid, and you enjoy each and every moment during the work career?
Yeah, and like that's really like the ideal scenario. And if you can find something that you love to do, that's the best investment ever, right? Because you got to do something.
Yeah, so general thing is this. In financial planning, you cannot say, oh, I'm not going to do anything because my job's got me, the government's got me, I'm handled, I don't need to worry about any of my own finances. And you're saying the word wrong. Why is that, Alex Monk?
I have not seen a company care about an employee the way that the employees care about their company. I mean, you've seen it. People have been there for 30, 40 years, and they're staying an extra year, 6 months at the end of their career to try to transition. Mm-hmm. And the company could care less.
They're helping the next employee know everything, and they're working.
Answering text message, the whole thing. And they're loyal, and that's what made them a good saver, right? Because they stuck to things. Mm. But the company didn't care.
Yeah, well, the company, if you think about companies over the last 40 years, they've gone from pension-based, that was part of your package, to where the pensions went away. We do contributions. The contributions is a piece. They set up a plan where you can save out of your own pay and then invest, and you pick the investments. Yep. And then based on fiduciary requirements, they give you some choices that are less risk than you should take, and so your money doesn't grow as fast unless you address the choices inside of a plan.
And some of the plans out there, the choices are terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just but how would you know that if it's the only thing you see? And figuring out where the right...
Or I had like a 30-some-year-old person came in and making a lot of money. He never signed up for the 401k plan. I think 6-7 years of matching just missed.
Well, and the other part of that we're not talking about is that lifestyle that you're used to now. That you're not putting 10-15% away, you're spending it. And now you're used to that.
Right, because the first job, you end up spending it all. And we were going to tell you, first job, save first, pay yourself first, throw to the future. Only you care enough about that person in the future, which is you.
Right. And you should want that to be your future self. You have the most control over that. So that's the biggest part.
Yeah, so what happens is that you got to think about whatever's happening, whatever decisions you're putting off, and you're thinking, what if I don't do that? What if I don't buy that fancy car? Oh, that's probably a good thing. And buy a more conservative car and save the difference, because the fancy car makes your budget tight. Or you go shopping and you buy everything you want, and all of a sudden you got this bill that's for the next 2 years, and you're tight. There's no ability to save.
Right, and then now your stuff's old, and you're still paying for it. And, your triggers are completely different.
I don't like having debt after a vacation because it's not as motivating as saving before the vacation. It's like, yeah, I'm saving money to go, but when you get back, there's a big debt sitting there and I got to pay that. That was fun 2 years ago. I can't go again. That kind of mindset, right?
Yeah, no. Because for me, when I get back from vacation, I want to plan the next one. You got to have the dangle.
You need money, and you got to put a deposit, and you got to do all these things. So you got to be proactive, not reactive. You have to look for opportunity. You got to say, where am I at in life, and what can I change today to make it better? Even the most successful people we've ever met are sometimes focused on one thing. And that helps them be successful, but we can lose a lot of power of letting our money work for you. We can lose opportunity. We can lose protections that we need if we don't have a moment of time where you review it all and really think about it.
Well, and the what if you don't, that is a decision. You are actively deciding to not let your money grow for you.
Yep.
You're telling yourself that I'm not worried about future me.
Yep.
That's a decision you are making. And to know that, once you tell someone that, they usually respond.
Right. And if you don't, I say you totally don't, Social Security has some basic pay. Now, Social Security is geared towards those that make lower to get more of their pay back. So if you're in like a $30,000 pay range, you're going to probably be 80% of that off of Social Security when you retire. Yeah. But Social Security is telling us that they're going to have to lower, and they don't say for just a few people, they say for everybody. And that's in 2034. If you don't have savings and you only have whatever the government gives you, you haven't done the savings. I was getting ready to say you haven't bothered to save. The problem is that sometimes we speed through life and you think about it, yeah, I should, and you don't even realize you're not doing it.
Or you don't know how. Like, how do I need to start? Like, I'm so overwhelmed, like, by all these things. And a lot of people get bogged down by money. Like, for us, this is just what we do every day. So being able to tell them, hey, I've seen your scenario. Mm-hmm. You can relax. Here's how it usually plays out. Now that we're relaxed, let's make some decisions.
Yeah, well, some, especially do-it-yourselfers, will just put 100% gas in their portfolio. Like, hey, what's the hottest thing? And they'll be day trading, whatever. Now, sometimes that works extremely well for a while if they're very good at it. A lot of people are not very good at it, and the institutional people make money off of that side, and they don't reach all their goals because they took too much risk. And so the idea is balancing, having good portfolios, good financial planning to build what you should do so that if you don't, your money still does.
Right. And you don't want to have a lot of work associated with it unless that's your choice, right? Like I see a lot of people, they get way too involved.
Yeah, and it's not simple where you just buy one fund and forget it. There's so many choices at your work benefits, at what you could save Roth-wise or not Roth-wise. Most people we meet with the first time don't have their estate plan in line. Life insurance, not what they should have. It is a standard answer that they're just not as prepared as they should be, and that's no matter what age, what net worth level.
And even if we come in and we say, "Hey, you did a fantastic job," wouldn't that be worth your time?
I love saying that. I've had some incredible people that had everything done, but they just had some worries, and I agreed with them. Yeah, there's a few more things to do. And that's fun. They understood what I was saying. Now, at Akers Financial Group, we've designed the company to take care of you where you are and take you where you need to be. We're local. We're independent. We don't report to a big company on Wall Street. We report to you. We do have offices in Lutherville and Forest Hill, clients all around the Mid-Atlantic region, all around the country, and even a few around the world. It's so easy to begin winning in retirement. Just give us a call and schedule your free meeting with one of our team of advisors by calling 833-WINRETIRE. We'll give you a call on Monday to schedule your free in-person meeting. Go to AkersFinancialGroup.com or call 833-946-7384 to start planning for your retirement now. Should you really take that opportunity right now? We'll explain in a moment.
You're listening to a pre-recorded show. Welcome back to Winning in Retirement. Call 833-WIN-RETIRE now to schedule a visit with Brian and his team and begin winning in retirement. Once again, here's Brian Akers.
Welcome back to Winning in Retirement. I'm Brian Akers, and we do welcome back to our second quarter of the show. With me today is Alex Monk, certified financial planner practitioner, and been with me working for 14 years now, Alex. Yeah. That's pretty good. We appreciate your work with the clients and you taking care of them. Today's show is something that matters a lot to us, and that's the financial mindset. We want you to have a winning financial mindset. The talk about what if I don't is what we're going to begin with, and then what we're going to ask you to say is, what if I do?
Ooh.
And what can I do? What should I do? And my answer is, got to start.
Right. Well, and like a lot of things that you may be thinking of that are impossible for you are actually not.
Oh, yeah. We could have a couple of shows on what clients have achieved over time.
I mean, yesterday I had a conversation with a couple, and we've been talking for about a year about buying their second house in Florida. Mm-hmm. And the wife is just not used to this at all, and just...
We can't do that.
And now she's like, yesterday...
Because it's becoming real, right?
The husband said, he goes, "Can you say what you just said to Melissa again? I haven't seen her smile like that in years." And I was like... This is awesome. Like, all we did was talk about it in different ways to achieve their goals.
Right. And then gave them a doable path to make it actually happen. And then, Alex, the best thing is you got to get down there and knock on their door.
Oh, yeah. Well,
and say hello.
I'm trying to get them to go towards the Gulf Coast to...
Because you fly down there something.
Keep my area simple, but...
Very true. So the idea is this, is that there are opportunities in life that come to you. Many times you're going to just say, no, I can't do it. But are you prepared for an opportunity? Are you prepared to take that opportunity? It could be as simple as the company you work for. They say, hey, we have a stock plan. You could buy into the company that you're working hard for, and you say, hey, I love my company. I'm doing this kind of work. It's a great thing, and it's a big deal. If you think that's a great thing, maybe the company stock at a discount is a good thing to buy.
Right, and it gives you some skin in the game, too. Like, I always like that to get people involved because you tend to care more about something that you're involved with or you understand what its end goal is.
Yeah, and as you progress and become C-suite, executive suite, they end up all giving you stock. And then the idea is you got to keep some of that. You just can't sell it and take the cash. You got to keep it to show your loyalty, and you got to build your wealth in that stock. So one idea is there's opportunities at your work beyond retirement planning to save in other ways that they're actually saying, hey, invest alongside of us. We'll give you a discount to buy into our own company stock.
Right. And that I mean, they're giving you a discount. It's just like your 401k. If they're giving you a match, you got to go get it.
You just think of companies and people who've had success over their time is to do that. The other thing would be is as they get too much of their portfolio in the company stock, we have to be the ones saying, not more than 25%. Let's sell some, make sure we balance and rebalance, build your protection and build your income and your plan so that you can win in retirement the day you call it quits. So opportunities come, like going to school, going to college, going to community college, then college. Some people have money that's been saved for their future. Some people have to go to college and go in debt for all of it. There's lots of people in the middle trying to get the training they need.
Right.
We're not saying you got to go to college. Trade schools have done incredibly well, but most of our people that have been successful become like a journeyman, and where they need 4 years of school. Right. They get done work and go to class. That's not fun.
No, but they start to enjoy it when they see the paychecks. And they're like, hey, I'm finally making the money that my high school friends were making now that they went to college. And
you're talking about the college kids. I found the college kids.
I'm talking the trades. The tradesmen are finally beating the
trade school kids are beating them right away, right out of high school. But then they doubled and they tripled their income the last 5 years. And so you got the college kids going, I need to make as much as they are. My friend's crushing me, and because they're doing very well right now. And I believe that's a niche that can't be taken away with technology changes.
There's certain things that you have to have a human to do. And, if you look around our world, our country, there's things that we've built a long time ago and we still use them. So we got to probably rebuild some of those things eventually.
That was part of the government program during the Great Depression, the 30s. So we're getting ready to go into the next set of 30s. And there's going to be a lot of work to be done. So opportunity to make yourself more viable, more valuable to whatever job you would love to do is an important investment in yourself. Yeah. How can we do that? Well, we have to do it. We got to find a way. Sometimes we got to work odd hours, double jobs. We got to have a certain time of life when you can do this.
And then you have to identify what you're doing it for. Like, that's the biggest thing. Yeah. Like, I don't like when I meet someone, they're like, well, I'm going to school because I like this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, what do you mean? Like, you like to paint pictures. I get that. So do I. But I would rather have the decision on where I'm painting or, all these things. They don't understand the freedom side of it, I guess.
Yeah. The freedom of financial freedom and financial independence is something that's basically accumulated over time. People love to get wealthy quick, and we believe wealth comes over time through good habits, good saving, letting your money work for you, those kind of things. And that's how good planning really, truly works for each and every person's goals. And when I think about things about opportunity, I think about myself at 23. I was working for someone, and I quit. And I got, because they did not have a progression inside their company for me to be the advisor I wanted to be. And I was 23, married, and I had like a 5-year window before we wanted to start having kids. I didn't need any money. Because I could reinvest and start a company.
I think your wife worked too.
Right, and then she supplied. I got her the job to get us just enough to survive, right? And so that 5 years was plowing everything I can into my first company we created, and then over time it grew and grew, and then 20-some years ago we started Akers Financial Group, and lots of great people joined us and great clients. So it's been a long career of taking that initial opportunity where in my life I just had to start.
And I can only imagine the number of people that were like, Brian, you're nuts, you're crazy, why would you do that? You can go get a government job.
I got the father-in-law, Brian, what are you doing? You just got married, you can't quit your job. I thought, well, this is my time to quit the job. So a lot of you are driving around or on the tractor, or golf course, or in the workshop listening to the show, or wherever you're listening to the show or podcast, and you're thinking, yeah, that's me right now. I have this opportunity in front of me. Do I take it or not? And the thing is are you financially able to? Do you have a way to pay your bills? Are you too far in debt? Because what happens a lot of times is this. You get out, get your first job, and all of a sudden you want everything. You want everything that the other generation above you has. And you just got to have them all. You got to have the car, the house, the furniture.
I make this much money. I deserve that car.
Right. And so all of a sudden your monthly bills become 50, 60% of what you're bringing in, and then you're stuck.
And if you haven't started saving,
you're stuck.
Yeah, you need that 10% in that paycheck. Like, it's already promised.
Yep.
And it should be promised to yourself.
And so the idea on the advice here is, what if I don't? What if you don't save your money? Well, there won't be anything. You won't have the ability to do an opportunity, to take advantage of it.
Exactly. Like, I just had this one client who she's works with in the pharma side, like
Sure.
the drug business, and it's like all over the world. So she's like calls into Australia, China, all these things going on. And like over the last year, we've been trying to build enough cash so that she can go out and try to do it for herself. Mm-hmm. And, this just happened a couple months ago, and she's out there and she's finally realizing like, hey, there's a lot of market value. Like, people don't realize how talented they really are. And that's some of the hardest things, making that switch from an employee to marketing yourself.
Absolutely. So this quarter, we're talking about taking advantage of the opportunity, whatever that might be. It might be through your work, the ability to save and defer more money. It might be buying a company stock. It might be the idea where you can invest a little bit better. Or it could be just what job you have. What kind of training do you need? What are you going to do when it comes to creating the income and the wealth that's going to be there for time? So my thoughts are this. If you have a financial planner, a financial advisor, that's someone to talk to, bounce ideas off of, and really just sort of think about you, a coach for you. That's what a financial advisor does. Certified financial planner, they're there building your plan.
Yeah, and we're going to ask you a lot of questions. Mm-hmm. Like, I want to know everything, what makes you tick, what makes you think, so that I can try to help you get the most value out of your money. Because delivering value to the client is the most important thing for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Some clients come in later in life. Like, we had a successful guy. He's just really into investing and saving, but he knows that he won't be around forever. And he wants someone to come alongside, see how he does stuff, make sure it's right for his wife in case he's not there. He's at that point of planning. He's a great planner, and he's being proactive by trying to identify a trustworthy group to help his wife if he's just not around.
And that happens all the time.
Yeah, it's a normal, what age? In the late 60s, mid 70s?
Yes, it's usually the late 60s.
Yeah.
Or something happens like a brother, something.
Something that brings mortality in mind, and then you have to then address. So the reason I bring that up is that the opportunities, the things, what if I don't? So what if he does not pick someone out, does not get his wife right? What does his wife do? She's basically, in this case, she says, you handle it. You've done extremely well. And it's been really great. 40-some, 50 years of marriage, and money, finances are all met. They're more than enough money. But day one, she wouldn't know how to balance a checkbook.
Right. And then what does that money do? Nothing good for her.
It doesn't when she doesn't know what to do. So the idea of education, helping her, or at least having a trustworthy advisor, is very, very important in that kind of case. So when we're talking about opportunities, there's a lot of them in our lives. And taking advantage of them and understanding that you have the ability to take advantage is preparing and getting yourself right.
And it gives you that knowledge so that when markets drop, you're ready to put money to work. Like, so that you can be, the proactiveness that you're talking about is so big.
Yeah. Proactive is a very important place to be. And sometimes it takes 2 or 3 years of work to get someone to where they could be proactive. Yep. Based on decisions they made in the past.
And tax issues. Like, that's my big thing too. We want to make sure everything fits for you.
And so as we're building all of this, what we're trying to do is to build a retirement plan that's designed for you to be winning in retirement. So we all know, and we try to talk to our clients about, that the best part of retirement is getting your time back, where you decide how to use it. Before retirement, your time is tied up with other commitments, mainly your job. A lot of that goes away in retirement. Your time is now consumed by things that you want to do. It's so easy to begin winning in retirement. Go to our website at akersfinancialgroup.com, scroll to the schedule meeting section, and let us know you'd like to schedule your free consultation with one of our team of advisors. That's akersfinancialgroup.com, or you can call us at 833-WIN-RETIRE. That's 833-WIN-RETIRE. We'll give you a call on Monday to schedule your free in-person meeting. Go to akersfinancialgroup.com, scroll right down, and you can set up the appointment right there. Actually, you can ask for that. Or you can give us a call at 833-946-7384 to start planning for your retirement now. Who truly cares about your financial future? We'll talk about this in the second half of Winning in Retirement.
You're listening to a pre-recorded show. Welcome back to Winning in Retirement. Call 833-WIN-RETIRE now to schedule a visit with Brian and his team and begin winning in retirement. Once again, here's Brian Akers.
Welcome back to Winning in Retirement. I'm Brian Akers from Akers Financial Group. I'm president and founder. Here with me today is financial advisor Alex Monk, and we're here talking about our show called A Winning Financial Mindset. We're beginning with a concept called What If I Don't? It's a hard thing. It's like, what if I don't? Just don't do it. Yeah, and so we're going to talk about what if you do, right? So this quarter, as we begin the second half, we have the third quarter of the show. And what we were doing is talking about who truly cares about your financial future. So
the government.
But if you say, I don't, right? That means you don't care. If you say, I'm not going to do this, I don't.
It means you don't care, yeah. You're making a decision, or you're declaring, I don't care about that.
But that's a decision.
Yeah, it is.
I'm too busy to do that website at work. I'm too busy to stop by that office. I'm too busy to go to an advisor just for a free meeting. I'm too busy. I'll get to it.
No, I get it. It's a fear thing. Like, I don't like going to the doctors. I don't understand what they do.
Right.
So I don't like that. I understand it.
So sometimes I believe people think if I don't, it's still going to work out okay. I'll have time. And the thing I would tell you is that when you take your amount of life and you all of a sudden take 10 years where you didn't save and you squeeze the amount of money you got to save, it's a lot bigger number than if you start young, start early, start small. You can have a lot more set aside for you so that you can have a very enjoyable retirement because you did the little pieces right and let the money work for you over time.
Right. And then you get used to it. You build it into your budget. And it's not like this shock to the system when you're 15 years into the game and then you start panicking, all these things. Like, let's just take the tiniest steps and move forward a little bit.
Yep.
And it's like, I tell people this all the time when they're like, well, Alex, I don't want to save that money right now. I'm like, you're not giving this money to me. Like, this is your money.
Yeah.
It's going into your account.
It's your money for your future.
I want you to have more in the future.
Yeah, so one little thing at your work, you might be able to pick a, say, 10% contribution and then put a 1% escalator. So every year it sneaks a little higher. And if you get a little bit of raises, you might not even notice on the bring home pay. But because you set up the automatic ability to save more and you don't have to make another decision, it's pretty good.
Well, and just like what I've seen, most people, they budget based on what hits their account.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're already getting that money that's going to your future away, you don't have that issue.
Yeah, so one of the fundamental problems in saving is that if you don't save first, you're never going to save last. That means when the money hits your account and hey, whatever's left over this month, I'm going to save. Now, if you're so frugal, you never spend a dime. That's the counter to my thing. But the average way American spends money is we drain that account and there's nothing left. And sometimes they go in the credit card hole just to get through the month because we spend it too fast. But then there is no leftover at the bottom that you can save. By saving first, and like Alex was saying, making that a bill, and you're throwing it to yourself, it's your money, and setting it aside, you can accomplish a lot of things down the road.
Well, and it's not an easy thing to do. Like, how to know that you're saving it in the right place. Like, that's like, should I be saving it here? Should I be saving it there? I don't know. I'm going to decide to not do anything. But really, I tell people, call. Let's ask the question.
Yeah, well, clients, they have their kids come by here, and so we say, all right, we're going to start saving money to a Roth IRA and to a personal account. That personal account is so you have some liquid money whenever you need it. It's almost like a car fund. Hey, if you have a car that's older and you don't have any payments, hey, keep that car and make a car payment to your investment and let that grow and see if there's some money. And what happens is by having a car fund where you're saving monthly, and then whenever you need a car, you say how much is in there, and you try to buy a car based on that. if you can get that far up, it's not a bad idea. Car payments. What's the average car payment nowadays? Do you know?
Oh, I have no idea. $500.
Oh, I wish. I think it's $800 to $1,200. Is if you're buying a car over $50,000, you're in that $1,000 range. Is what I've been seeing.
Yeah, and that's for like a normal car. Like we're not talking about
a high-end car. We're talking $2,000 a month or more.
Huge number.
So the idea is this: if you save that money first, you'll have the rest to spend, and you'll spend the rest. But if you don't set money first and put it away, I found that the most valuable thing I could do was to save money and almost hide it from myself.
Absolutely.
Not leave it in my bank that I look at all the time. I move it away. It could be my emergency fund that's like online. It could be at my brokerage. It could be my retirement. It could be many other things. But the idea is having a plan for your money and attack.
And know how you operate. Like, you know that. Like, I'm the same way. If it's in my account, that's my money to spend. So if my emergency fund's in my wife's account.
Yeah, I agree. It's like if I have cash, I won't have it long.
No.
Because if you're with me, I'll buy your coffee, I'll buy you ice cream. But the cash, when it's gone, it's gone. No more ice cream after that. But the idea here is this. Who cares about your financial future? And we're asking you to care. And the way you show that you care about your future self is by doing the work now, researching, getting information, getting an advisor. No matter what net worth you are now, we can improve that net worth through financial planning. Financial planning can take the most successful people and make that success permanent. Success becomes a legacy, becomes the ability to give to family, to charities. There's so many incredible things that we can take from where you are now to where you could be.
And don't think, oh, I'm too far gone. I just should listen to the next show and put all my money on whatever they're telling you to bet on and you'll be fine. That's not going to work.
Yeah,
like, that's not the way to do it.
Yeah, you're saying like invest all your money, and that's the way to win, is to invest better. And the idea is planning and investing well within your plan, goals, and risk tolerance, tying it all in with purpose is really how you get to the right answer.
Absolutely. And learning how to take risk. Like, how are you taking risk? Is it all in one place? Like, do you know? Do you understand, like, the ability to not sell? Like, that's the key.
And we've seen people do that back in like 08, 09. Was a very volatile down market. And it was about March of 09 when it hit its bottom, and the S&P was down 68%. There are people that sold that in March of 09 and got out and never went back in. When they come in to retire, their money's in a money market. If they've earned very, very little, and they don't have enough money because of a simple thing of how they invested in the worst of times, because they had too much risk, they took a big hit, and then they never recovered because they didn't allow it to come back.
Right, and it's tough to see a big perspective when it's yourself. Like, your own money, there's emotions, there's all that, because you put the work in to save and earn that money. So it means something differently to you.
Yeah.
So when the emotional things happen, not having a third party that can say, hey, we've planned for this. Because if you think the market's never going to go down, you're using the wrong variables in your plan.
All right. So this is my secret sauce. I wish everybody would listen to just the concept of that. And that is, cash flow is what matters. Cash flow in retirement, cash flow early in life, middle of life, with family, with kids, everybody. It's all about cash flow. That's money coming in, money going out. In other words, if you write it on a piece of paper, there's the plus, there's the minus. A plus, you got to write where all the money's coming from. And then the minus, where's it all going? I believe you need to look deeply at where all the money's going multiple times a year so that you're not wasting any money or burning money in any type of things where you might, let's say you subscribe to something that you don't really use and it's costing you money every month. That's a brutal thing to notice. Hey, I haven't done that. I haven't watched that cable thing in 2 years. Right. So I saved myself $100.
You find out that Sirius Radio costs $50 a month and you didn't even know that you were paying for it. Yeah.
Or you have that magazine that it's basically a pile in your anything that you're paying extra for that's automatic, trying to knock that out so you can cut your bills down. Shopping, different types of insurance, finding ways to lower your taxes so you can save money there. All are important ways to have a better budget.
And if that sounds horrible to you, there's another solution, but it's make a lot more money.
Yeah, but make a lot more money, I don't think that's a solution for a certain mindset.
Yeah.
I've had clients try to basically make more money to get them out of the bad habits, but the bad habits start to expand.
And just get bigger.
Right? So the habits when we have little things, little money, little income, paying first helps the wealth grow. Yes, some people can get to a saver at a certain number because they paid off the debt that they had, but they were internally a saver already. They just weren't there yet.
Right, like hyper-funding the debt payoff versus the yeah.
Yeah, so I do try to balance the cash flow. Like recently I had this one where a divorce was occurring, and the spouse, I'm talking to her, and she has 3 debts after the divorce. And I'm thinking, what's your cash flow like? Well, we need to knock out the highest payment per month, even though the interest rate's low, so that your cash flow is positive from day one, so that you can understand you're okay.
Right.
And so we took some of the cash to pay that off, and that's the first step of getting the cash flow positive.
Versus it being negative and watching your savings deplete.
The other way, right?
Right, like that slow trickle until...
And then that's a mindset of, oh my, I can't make it every month, and it's a stress that it's not needed with a financial decision, a simple one in my opinion of, hey, knock that one debt off. Let's not pay off the larger debt because that's going to take a long time to help you.
Yeah. And then that way you pick up and you get some snowball effect.
Well, we did talk about something called recasting, which is after a divorce, she received some cash, but she had the house, and the house had a bigger mortgage. We could take some of that cash, pay down the mortgage, get the mortgage in her name, and recast it means to take the mortgage over the same period but lower the payment.
Right, and you keep your interest rate, no refinance fees, usually like $500. And
if that, it depends on the company, but the idea is to lower the monthly nut or the monthly need down
to help your cash flow, and where a principal payment would not accomplish that. It would just go right to the principal, your amortization.
Right. Well, if you do a principal, you got to get $10,000 to $20,000 in minimum, and then after that, you could recast once a year. So that's not a bad idea to get the payment down. All right. So all these are ways and strategies of taking someone from where they are to where they need to be. By understanding, with sitting down with a financial advisor, it's not as simple of here's a solution. We need to have a mindset. We got to say, what if I don't care? Well, what if you do? Let's get excited about caring. Not that you have to do it.
You should.
What we want is this. We want you to come talk to us. And when you do this, you're going to say, hey, advisor at Akers Financial Group, you do this for a living. And we're going to respond to you, yes, we do, and we love it. We love the fact that we know how to make these decisions. We've done it before. You enjoy the puzzles, the working together, right, Alex?
That's my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah, so what happens is when we meet with you is we want to take your financial fingerprint, which is where you are today, no matter what net worth, how high, how low, it all comes down to where you are today and what you want to try to achieve, and then we work with that. Akers Financial Group wants to take you exactly where you are and then guide you through financial planning and then full implementation of that financial plan. If your plan will follow your financial fingerprint and lead you to that future. And it will be multiple years of working together to really make a plan work. So it's not based on anybody else. It's not already written. It's ready for our first meeting. So just give us a call at 833-WIN-RETIRE and schedule an in-person meeting with one of our team of advisors. That's 833-WIN-RETIRE. And we'll give you a call on Monday to set up that free meeting. Our website's at akersfinancialgroup.com. Just give us just go right on there and scroll down and enter the information that you need. All right. Are you ready to imagine what if you did? We'll talk about this when we return in the fourth quarter.
You're listening to a pre-recorded show. Welcome back to Winning in Retirement. Call 833-WIN-RETIRE now to schedule a visit with Brian and his team and begin winning in retirement. Once again, here's Brian Akers.
Welcome back indeed to Winning in Retirement. I'm Brian Akers. Here with me today is Alex Monk. We're certified financial planner practitioners from Akers Financial Group. We want you to be a client of Akers Financial Group. That's why we do shows like this. We want you to hear how we work, and then we want you to think about your exact situation. We call that a financial fingerprint. And then you check us out on our website, akersfinancialgroup.com. Find out more about us, and then set up that free initial meeting with one of our team of advisors, and we sit down and talk about your exact situation. All right, the show has been called A Winning Financial Mindset. We've talked about what if I don't? Like people just, what if they don't? What if I don't open the statement? What if I don't set up my 401k? What if I just don't fill the forms out? What if I don't file my taxes? I mean, there's lots of, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said it that way.
I've seen people, they're like, well, I thought if I filed my taxes, then this might happen. So I just hadn't done it in 5 years. Okay.
Oh, I've had people not apply for Social Security because they thought Medicare would it would affect their health insurance while they're working at the age 73, so they missed 3 years of Social Security. It's just a knowledge and then applying the knowledge of their situation. The what if I don't is sort of an attitude of people sort of get by each day and they think they can't.
Right.
Like, oh, I can't. I don't know what to do. I don't know what that first step is. And what we want is to have a mindset, and we think that's the first step. And then that mindset starts to guide us, boom, boom. And then it's like you start a snowball thing, getting better and better and better and better. And before you know it, you've reached the goals that you thought were impossible.
And the goals are so different, right? Like I've never heard one that's the same. Like even brothers and sisters, they're completely wildly different.
Oh, yeah.
So just
husband and wife are wildly different sometimes.
That can be a problem. Yeah. But a lot of times that's what, I meet someone in their 50s and husband's thinking this, wife's thinking this.
Yep.
They both say it out loud. And now I know where everyone's at. So let's try to figure out where everyone wants to go.
And sometimes it's the first time they've had that talk. They don't have financial summits at their home and talk about goals and planning like I might do at my house, which might be a little annoying to my wife.
Yeah.
All right, so this quarter, fourth quarter is winning time, and we want to teach you how to have a winning mindset. And imagine, what if I did? What if I did that work? What if I don't go to the movies or whatever it costs $30 this weekend, and I save that $30? What does that really do for people, Alex?
Well, it's going to change what you get out of your money. Like, and I tell people this, like, yeah, right now when you go out and you hit that button on Amazon, you get a little zing, and then when it shows up at your porch a day or two later, you get another little zing. But let's change that to where you don't buy that and you put $50 into your savings account.
Yep.
And then you get a little zing seeing that go up. So replacing those little...
I like seeing your net worth rise, seeing what's your net worth today, what was it, where are we at now? Now, markets don't always go up. Markets are volatile. They up, they're down. But the idea is you want to invest and save with purpose. And by doing that, it's going to be all right in time.
Yeah, and to know that you have enough, you've saved enough, and it's doing what you want it to do.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that's the biggest thing, like in retirement, is if you're worried every day, you're not really retired.
Absolutely. Because retiring and to have any stress... Now, 40 years ago, they used to go to the mailbox to get their checks that would come to the mail. Nowadays, it's loaded to your bank account. It's a lot simpler when it comes to where's your money. Social Security even makes the money go directly to your bank account automatic.
No option.
No other option.
Direct.
Right, and they have to do it that way because they do millions of checks every Wednesday.
The mail's not great either, but... You got to be able to, all right, where's my bank? Where's my emergency fund? Where are all these things? And then we get to show you that. And then just this week, I had a client call me. Right. He was in Germany and needed a couple $1,000 to finish his taxes.
Yep.
We've done the work. No problem. Here we go.
All right. So you had someone on the call, which is cool. All right. So we're talking about this winning mindset. So the mindset is this. How do I say it the best way possible? So where are you now? And are you happy with where you are now? Some people that are not happy are successful and doing well, but they're not happy because they believe there's another notch to go. And I think that's a lot of people when it comes to becoming the best at something. They're always never satisfied. I think that's a great mindset to have. Some people are almost a polar opposite in that they say, oh, I can't do that. I can't be that. It's not what if I don't, it's just a matter of I can't do it. I can't reach that goal. It's not going to happen for me because I'll never have the things that everybody else has. And I try to explain to them that my best savers are my people that make the less money because they save a portion of their money. And guess what? If we get to a certain level of value, they're fully covered what they're living off of, and they're fine. The people that struggle are the ones that make hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars of income. They're trying to replace that at retirement. And even their own 401k plans limit them at 24.5 or something like that. Right. And they're like, I can't save enough to match. That's true. You got to save more and more and more to reach that $500,000, whatever that number is going to be.
And the grass is always greener, meaning like once you've had it, it's hard to cut back. Like if you
spent it, right?
Yeah, if you've spent 10 years doing your life this way, I don't really expect that to change immediately.
Oh, I believe going from debtor to saver is 3 years. I think it's a huge mindset of saying no to yourself, or we can do that later. I need to pick one of the three. Like I had to talk with someone about, well, what do you want? Do you want to have an RV? Do you want to have a second house? Do you want to retire right now? Which of the three matters the most to you when it comes to retirement? If you want all those things,
you're working.
Then you work, and you got to pay for it, and then you take small vacations and you use it a little bit. I think RVs are built for driving, not for parking, for leaving them parked too long.
No. And like, that's what the conversations I have with people. It's like, okay, well, you're retired and you're trying to spend your time. Like, we've got the plan set up. What do you want to do? And sometimes that's the most difficult thing to figure out. Like, the money, once it's taken care of, we don't worry about as much.
Yeah.
But then it's like, okay, well, what do you want to do with your life or your time or, whatever you can?
I had a bunch of reviews over the last week, and those reviews were all about what's going on this next year. And they've been in their house 10, 20, 30 years. Almost like every 10 years, there's a big item, a roof, of HVAC. There's something coming up. And I try to say, well, we have money set up for this because we build the income plan, the retirement plan to have money available. No matter what the market's doing, it's already available to cover those things. And we just work through the taxes. We take the number, divide it by 1 minus tax rate, and we get the amount of money they need to take out. And then we send them the money the next day, and they're handling that event. And then it's no longer a worry of what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. Or it might be a dream thing, redoing a kitchen or a bathroom or a trip or, whatever it might be.
Yeah. Like, and a lot of times you get back all this time, right? And now how do you deploy your time too? And those are usually expensive decisions.
Nothing more valuable than your time. As you get older, you're going to find that it's not really anything about money. It's your time that's the most valuable thing. When you're younger, you think you have time. And I would say you give your money time. Let your money have compounding, where if you let your money double 3 or 4 times, it can go from 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16.
And that 100 to 200 is not that cool, but that 1 million to 2 million,
it's cool.
Same math.
I like 2 to 4, and I really enjoyed the 4 to 8 for a couple of clients. It was amazing to go over that number with them, and they're like, we never believed. Or when you do a family meeting after your clients pass away and you're disclosing their inheritance, and like, we never knew they had that kind of money. I said, well, they saved it. And they taught you these habits, and what my job is to teach you the same habits to take their legacy, and then we're going to talk to each one of you individually. We had 4 kids in that situation, and talk about their planning, what their parents' goals were for them, and to get them on path. And that's what's great is all 4 kids have begun that kind of work. It was great.
What you said earlier is how we have clients' kids come in, and I try to jump in and say, like, that's one of my favorite things to do. Like, for me, I want to know who my next client's going to be. I already know their parents. Like, I know the history. If we can turn you into a great saver, then I'm already working with people that are great people.
Yeah, I have. I went to a financial planning conference, and we call them G1, G2, G3. Yeah. Generation 1 is the client right now. G2 is the next. Generation 3 is the grandkids who gets all the money. You just skip right past G2 sometimes. So there are a lot of ideas in planning, but the idea is this: is it's you. And if you don't care, my answer to you is no one else will.
No.
If you need to care more, get a coach, an advisor to help you care. Don't get a salesperson, get a planning advisor. We believe strongly in certified financial planners. We believe strongly in a planning approach to get to the answer that you need. The answer might be a product, but it's not going to be one product. It's going to be a combination of answers, and that takes time and information, and it's worth it because you go from I don't care to I do care, and look at that.
And you know why you care.
Yeah, it's not just, you don't have to become an expert at it. No. Let us be that for you. Let us help you and let you do what you do well, and then we help make it all work for you and your family for the rest of everyone's lives. That's what the goal.
And being honest with yourselves, right? Like, if you struggle with saving, you got to get in front of someone to help you.
Yep.
Like, no one else is going to do it for you. And Social Security, like...
Yeah, I have this one police officer. He comes in, he's all in full uniform. He goes, all right, here you go. Make the changes. And he's like blunt. It's like, just make the changes. What else I need to do? All right, let's make this go a little higher, do this, do this. All right, see you next year. And he leaves. It's a great one. It's very pretty quick. We have to log in for him. It's
streamlined at that point.
But it's not like I don't think he would do any of that on his own at all. but his captain told him to come in, and we've been doing that. That was a fun one. To me, it's a really fast meeting because he's like, yes, and he's all in, and we say this, he says yes, we do it, we put online, and he goes with it, and he comes back the next year.
And like you said earlier, like time is the most important. So once we have that trust, like it's about getting that person's time back to them.
So a winning financial mindset was the show. Basically, it's really hard to realize what if you don't care? You need to care. If you don't do things, what if you do? So what if you do is a key thing. And that's their answer is what if you do? Let's dream about that, think about that, and make something happen by go ahead and give us a call to do that. All right. So thanks, Alex Monk, for a good show. We appreciate it.
It's been fun, Brian.
Yeah, it was. We do look forward to meeting with you. We want you to win in your retirement by taking advantage of the opportunity to begin planning with us at Akers Financial Group. To schedule your free meeting with one of our team of advisors, go to our website at akersfinancialgroup.com. Scroll to the schedule a meeting section and let us know you'd like to schedule your free meeting right there. That's akersfinancialgroup.com or call us at 833-WIN-RETIRE. That's 833-WIN-RETIRE. We'll give you a call on Monday to schedule a free in-person meeting with one of our team of advisors. Start planning for your retirement now. Go to akersfinancialgroup.com or call 833-946-7384. Thank you for listening. I'm Brian Akers from Akers Financial Group, and we want you to be winning in retirement.
You've been listening to Winning in Retirement with your host, Brian Akers of Akers Financial Group. Akers Financial Group offers securities through Archedios Capital, an SIPC and FINRA member firm. Advisory services are provided through Archedios Wealth. Akers Financial Group and Archedios do not share any common ownership. Neither Archedios nor Akers Financial Group provides tax or legal advice. Advice given on winning in retirement is general in nature, and one should seek further advice from their financial advisor, broker, attorney, and or tax accountant before investing. Be sure to read each prospectus carefully to understand all the risks associated with each investment. Examples and scenarios shared are meant to be for illustrative purposes only. Past performance is not indicative of future results.